Hi guys, welcome. My name is Cici and today we want to talk about another alternative wellness. But today we want to explain a little bit about the tumors. There are two types of tumors. We call the good tumor the benign, and the bad one we call the malignant. As a cancer survivor, it was so important to me to learn the difference. And because of that, I invite Sean to help us with this video. Welcome to Kalanchoemonarch.
Hi guys, want to welcome you to the channel Kalanchoemonarch. Today we're going to talk a little bit about tumors. I know that is something that brings a lot of dread and a lot of people to hear that word at the doctor's office, tumor. But what is a tumor? A tumor is nothing more than a mass. Okay, it could be a small number of cells or a larger number of cells. The definition of how we put that tumor on there could be either a benign or a malignant tumor. Let's talk about benign tumors. A benign tumor is a tumor that is considered low grade. It's just differentiated cells that are slightly different from the originals. The copy of the copy as we reproduce our cells is not a whole lot different. So under a microscope, after a biopsy microscope, we look at it and you can tell it's different. It's not the same thing, but it's not that different. And it sort of functions perhaps, and it's covered. It stays pretty much in the same spot and it doesn't grow that fast. That is a benign tumor. But is that benign tumor always going to be benign? Maybe not. And that's why you need to keep an attention on it, because it can turn malignant. Okay, what is a malignant tumor? A malignant tumor is something that grows a whole lot faster than a benign tumor. The speed of reproduction, they've got it turned way up on the Xerox, and the differentiation of the cells. The differentiation, you look under a microscope in the biopsy and it looks nothing like the original. It's mutated a whole lot. And there can be lots of reasons for that. Smoking, free radicals, etc. But just like with a copy machine, a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy without quality control makes them to where eventually you cannot even tell what the original was. And that's the same thing with our bodies. Now, a benign tumor is generally not going to proliferate. So it's going to stay in the little bubble that it's in, and it's going to be there. And if it's in your brain or if it's in some other place that has limited space, if it's growing, it might put pressure on your brain, pressure on your thyroid, pressure on this other part of your body. It might cause you some actual problems other than the taking over of your body like a cancer would. Now, talking about malignant, okay, the difference between the benign and the malignant is they are growing generally a whole lot faster. Think about a doubling or maybe 10 times, 20 times faster. That's going to take you over a whole lot quicker. And the differentiation, you look in the microscope after the biopsy and you look at those cells and it has nothing to do with the original source, whether that be breast cancer, testicular, lung, brain, whatever it is, you can't even identify it. Then that differentiation is enormous. And those mutated cells, as they take over your body cell by cell, the cancer is taken over. And another thing that's very important is the proliferation. Now, the benign tumor is not going to proliferate. It's going to be there. It's going to stay where it originally started. The proliferation or the spreading of the cancer, once it becomes malignant into your body, it starts to put out fingers, and get into your lymph system, into your blood system, and it goes to other places in your body. Once it goes to other places in your body, that's what they call stage 4, and that's the metastasis. That's where you have the breast cancer, but it's now in your lungs. Breast cancer now in your thyroid, in your brain. So those cancers are much harder to have success with, but you still can. The number of people that are surviving a stage 4 cancer diagnosis is increasing. I know this is a scary subject. Cancer, tumors, all that things is something that drives an innate fear, but we need to know what we're talking about. We need to know that benign is okay, but let's monitor that. Malignant's not good, and we need to attack it. We need to change our lifestyle. We need to do what we need to do, trust in God, change our diet. We can do it. Whether you believe in God, the universe, whatever it happens to be, your attitude has a lot to do with how your body responds to having this mass, this tumor. And if it's a malignant tumor, even more important. So thanks for your attention. Hope you've learned something, and goodbye.
So you can see now if it's a benign tumor and it's small and it's in a sac like this and it doesn't grow, or it grows really, really slow, you have to really, really pay attention. But some tumors can be bigger than this. Hope you. Thank you, John, for being with us today. We love you guys, and you can look at the plants, and if you need the tinctures, you can find it in Kalanchoemonarch.com. See you next time. Love you guys. Don't let this thing invade your body. If not, you have to fight. Don't let it win. You can win. You have everything on your side, especially God. See you next time. Bye-bye.